Hello, hello. This is Hetty the Matty, and Hetty the Matty is on Reveal Lifestyle this evening again live from Holland. So it will be 7 o'clock in Holland and probably a completely different time at your house. But welcome here. For everyone who is not acknowledged what I do, for everybody who's not familiar with all the kinds what I do, I am here as a medium. I'm here as a coach. I try to help to recognize all the people how nice they are. Hey, this the first person is already there. Hello, Annie. Good evening. You're just home. That's great to hear. Thank you. So my email is hettythematty@hotmail.com. If you would like to have a reading for a good friend, or you would like to have a memorial for a person who you loved but is not here anymore on earth, please come over on the chat and or on email and give me the information, and I will do a reading or a memorial moment. So it's all about energy here this evening, and this evening I am here live for the last week in January, and January is still the month of thinking what would you like to do, your vision and your mission. So that's what we do this evening here on YouTube. Reveal Lifestyle. My name is Hetty the Matty, and I will say a welcome to everyone. So if you have the time, come over in the chat. Just subscribe me first, and then you get acknowledgement that when a notification that when I am live, you can come into the chat and we can talk to each other, and just like if we just around here, but then just on your own place. You after the camera, I'm on the front of it. So I hope to help you with all kinds of informations, but especially acknowledgement and life experiments. That's what I do this evening, because last couple 3 weeks we talk about the month January, that it is just starting again. Everything is new again, but also being up on our own. You understand? So everybody's coming to themselves and have time for themselves. They need the space, they need the time for themselves, and sometimes it's very easy because the nature is forced you when you have illness, you have flu or something like that, then you have to go back to your bed and you have to go put at home, do nothing, or at least you have to relax, etc. But anyway, you have to calm down. Yes, if you are not if you're not ill but you are still working, then still there is good idea to have time for yourself, time to relax, time to think over, having good moments just like yoga or meditation or something like that, because everyone, especially this month, because all uh, the bad things like influence, etc., is around us. Of course, it is January because there is no real winter, at least not here in Europe. And if there is not a real winter, then the nature is thinking, oh, it's already been spring. So we already see the first signs of spring, and it's not mid of February, so we have still to focus on the winter on this moment. So yeah, bad weather, snow, ice, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. Yes. So this was already been 83 years ago when I was very bad temperature, 90, 42. I understand by the weatherman, it was very different circumstances for the weather. So this time the weather in Holland is very good one. Still some gray, a lot of clouds here. So yeah, of course I do the weather. I could be a weather girl. Yes, I could be. But anyway, this evening we are talking about spiritual things, but especially about developing from yourself. What is your lessons to learn in this life? And what is your goal on earth while you are here? Everybody has to learn, of course. It's one whole school period here on earth that we are coming here. We have to learn, we have to say sorry, we have to improve ourselves, but anyway, we have to discover what it is to be at home here when you have at home. To be, your challenge in your own life. And the challenge is not always easy because what is good, what is wrong. But to know the good things, we have to do something wrong. You understand? We need to learn from our faults, from our failure moments. And that's not always easy because we don't like to be failures. Of course not. Nobody would like to do, especially when you don't have an N in your name. Then you don't want to be that, of course. But the N is also just not. It's N from not always doing everything right. So we are very curious, yes, and we have to discover a lot of things. Yep, it's all in our name. I know for sure. That's the reason I wrote a book in 2019. This is the value of a name. It's of course it's me over there, but then 2014, the picture is already been 10 years old. So we have 10 years after I wrote my first book because, of course, it was just first in Dutch, but then you don't understand properly Dutch. So I wrote the same book, rewrite it again with my family in Canada. Yes, and that's why the Canadian Maple Leaf is over there. It was a wonderful time to be at my family in Canada, and I hope to see them soon. I don't know when, but I hope to see them soon. So everyone say hi to Canada. Yeah. But of course, I would like to meet people in US and also not your new president. I don't need to meet him, but yes, I would like to see other countries, not only see but also to meet the people over there and know what is happening over there, what is the learn factor over there. Yes, I would like to do that. But this evening I had some contact by the phone with a person from original from Canada, living now here in Holland. Um, yes. It's one lady. She's original from Canada and she's now living here in Holland. And she was texting me that she was having a friend with a schizophrenia, and it's a really nasty illness if you have schizophrenia. People, if you have schizophrenia, it's of course you have to should be have a diagnosis with it, but it's very hard to get one because you are people who has schizophrenia having couple, maybe multiple voices in their head, and they are talking all the time and give you assignments, and they are give you instructions what to do or what not to do, or yeah, it could be very. In the earlier days, I had some different kind of people who was having multiple voices. Yes, how is that possible? I do understand. I normally I do this all in Dutch, so it's very hard to explain this in English, but I give it a try. If a young boy from 16 years, it's just example. If there's a young boy from 16 years here in Holland, we have to drive a motorcycle or something like that. We just a bike with an electric motor is just you have to be 16 years. And then if the person in question in the questions has just get all his certificate or a new job, a new girlfriend, all things for starting life by themselves. You understand? If you are 16 years old, you go out and you try to be on your own, but you have still the guidance from your parents. At least I think you need it. But the 16 years old boy is driving to his new job and has a lot of plans for the weekend and going out, etc. And then boom, a car is hitting him, and then the person is not able to live anymore because the body is too broken and the mindset is very strong to be here. That he doesn't want to leave here. Just like the persons over there is, and then he comes because his body is not here anymore, but his mindset is still here. Then he will be an identity, and if the identity not going to the other side, not going to heaven, or to go by the starlight to the heaven, but still here. Just like such a person could be spooking around, you understand? So when he discovered a person who is very honorable, but also very not stable and very yeah, well, I don't know exactly the word for it, but if the person needs not stable, yeah, that's what it says. That person is then very beïnvloedbaar, is it? Beïnvloedbaar. Influenceable. As at least, but then there is a stage or person when you don't close your aura, then some negative person or just an identity who is not having any body anymore is coming in too. In the earlier days, I had several cases of this, several cases of a kind person like this, a young person who was not willing to be, was not ready to go to the other world, but because of a car accident or any other accident who was in the person, at the person's body, was not able to live anymore. If you have a disease or an other incident where just out of blue people are not here anymore, then the person is not ready to go to the other world. They will be an identity and they will flowing around for just a vulnerable person who is not having the aura closed. You understand? And that's it's because both people are victims. You understand? the worst person is already been a slachtoffer. Yes, a victim of the situations, but the person who is not good in aura is also a victim. So then I get the phone call most of the time from a dearest one, sometimes a mom, sometimes a friend or a husband of a wife who is asking me for help because the person who they love is very strange, acting, behaving very different, but especially they are very depressed and they don't want to be, they are not having fun anymore, but all kinds of tics they got, tics to do something what is not good, and then they have to do all kinds of assignments with before you go to sleep you have to drink at least 3 bottles of water, you have to walk around your bed, or you can't sleep with the lights out, so the lights has to stay on, etc. There is a lot of fear, there is a lot of excitement, a lot of depressing feelings all the time, and they are not free anymore. They just have all the time voices in their head, and they can't relax anymore. So then people who is worried about them, they all call me, and then sometimes they bring then people to me, or I go to their house and to discover what is going on. And then because I can recognize it and I can bring everything back to the original state, I could see what has happened. And then you need more colleagues like yourself to try to remove the persons. So a little bit ghostbustering, but then on a personal scale. I don't know exactly how to work, but it is very hard to have schizophrenia. And if there is schizophrenia on the youngest age, you have to live with it all the time. And most of the time, people are very, very depressed and negative feelings, not feeling well anymore, not having fun anymore, just like that. If it's just happened a couple weeks before, then most of the time there is help. So my advice is do not go with the little cup on the boards or something like that. Not if you have good guidance. Especially when you have the guidance, then it's still tricky to do this, but the cups on the board, the wiki board, please don't do that, because it's give multiple moments of victims. I know for sure, because if people have suicide and the loved ones which you have in behind here are not anymore knowing why you did it, they have a very big question. And if the questions over there, the questionnaire is in specific why this is all happened, then most of the time I hear they are well involved with some accidents. They just look, but meanwhile they get the identity in themselves. So it's very hard. And my advice is don't go for don't go for accidents to watch over there. Not as a tourist who you love to see the other have pain, etc. No, don't do that. At least that's my opinion. But do we have experiments in this all? Yes, we do. And my experiments is helping other people with positive vibrations, but also with a lot of love and care. So that's the reason why I did this, my ad of flowers, and I can't say it enough to have this as a spray. It will help you because there is rose in it. There is love into it. There is a guidance about there because it will give you the opportunity to focus what you would like to do. It says go, do not anymore all kinds of negative energy around you. If you have fear, leave it. If you have tiredness, or you are very very tired from everything, or you have a lot of pain from some stuff, you can leave it because that's the flower says. And it says, lavender says especially, calm down, have everything just in control, calm down. So this is very good. This is very good if there is some negative. And last week we had some furniture. We could get some furniture from a lady who was getting ill, dimensions, I think. Yeah, dimension. And so we have to spray all kinds of stuff which she donates to us as a good cause, because we have a secondhand store here. Gabe, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. We're close to the 200 subscribers. Yes, thank you very much, Gabe. Thank you. You have very good set, yeah. Yes, I hope that we have soon a lot more than 200, because my goal is 500. Is that good? I hope so. So please subscribe if you have the time, and if you would like to follow me, but also to help me, that would be great. So Hetty de Metty says thank you already, and give the thumbs, just on below on this video. You can give me the thumb too. Thank you very much, Gabe, for it. Yes. Do I have more about the translations, experiments to acknowledgement? Yes, of course. If there is no understanding, you don't have the solutions how works. And if we can help each other, or at least people who is not taking care of themselves can take care of themselves, we are able to do this. That's the reason why I was in the early days Kidzorg, that's the kids care coach. Yes, and that was of course because I would like to help other people who was not helping themselves, and now they've been growing up, and I think I see a lot of nice things about what you can do. So acknowledgement will definitely help. If you don't understand it, it could be very scary. So yes, I like to have a good vision, and I like to have a mission. My mission is to meet you. To meet you is just on here on YouTube, but is to meet you in the daily life, is in my shop, and people who is there is giving me inspiration. Most of the time I like them to help them with developing their own skills, and to recognize the skills is helping to get recognitions from other people, and what you get is positive energy. Because if you understand why you are where, especially which kind of facts you are very good, other people can come to you and say, okay, you can help me with this, this, and this. And it is great to be asked to other people to help you, to help the other persons, to serve other people. You will serve, especially your own nice end of this, your place in heaven, I say already. Yes. So last week one of the youngest persons was having celebration in her life, but she was not here anymore. And because he was not here anymore, there's a lot of people who was crying about her passing. And if you are very young and you have to go back to the other side, and you can't live anymore, then you're very regretting very much things if you don't like to get most of it. And I hope you get the most of it. You understand? So don't be shy. Do your thing. Go for your goal and live your life. Make nice memories, because the memories is keeping you alive here in your spirit. You understand? It's in your heart, it is in your head, but in the spirit, in a completely way of thinking that we are here with a reason. And what kind of reason do you have to be here? That's the question. Not only this evening, not only this week, or not only this month. Of course, your whole life is you have a reason to be here. And what is the reason? Why are you here on earth? And what are you doing? What would you like to compliment? What do you would like to do? So I would like to have 500 followers, subscribers. So help me, please. Help me to subscribe. Help to ask other people to say, do you have YouTube? Can you have help this lady? Because she needs a lot more subscribers. Yes, I need. So next week and the week over, I have a plan to be more on social media, but I would like to have more reading stuff to other people. So if you are helping other people and you would like to do something for them, please send me an email on hettydemetty@hotmail.com, and I will help you with a reading to the other person or a memorial. Of course, a memorial is just given by one person, but memorials is a memory with, I hope, also that moment a message maybe from them, and I hope that. It's of course not because I can guarantee, no, but I try to do it. Do you have any other questions for me? And I will just see something to my chat or in my phone. Yeah, it's very hard to discover what your vision is and what your mission is, because then it's much clearer than what your goals is. And if you have your goals, you can go to it, and you can, if you can dream it, you can do it, you can live it. I know for sure. But then you have to first to realize what it is, and that's good in the month January. Last week we have a very much influence of the moon. We have the change in our system, and every time when the 2 is in the number, and that's now 2, it's 2 and 7. 2 is always giving choices to other people, so it's a respect. I would like to say, I respect your decision, and I hope you can respect my decisions, and then we work together very much, and very good one. So if people have respect for each other, that's the most part of love for each other. So if you love each other, have respect. Just work with it. Yes, when people are just on one leg, they're much always unstable. If you are just on one leg. So next month, there is already been sneak preview to the next month. Next month, you're having the number 2 in the name. So you have to work together, but you're also being responsible for each other, but you also can help each other. So it's working together, strong, twice so much, twice so strong, if you work together. And to be to each other, you have to communicate very good. So please stay in touch to each other and also to me, because I like to ask you all kind of questions. So, if there is any questions on the chat, please say it, because otherwise it will be a short evening. But yes, that will be it, because this is exactly what I try to do in the month of January, to help, to overview, to see all kinds of acknowledgements from here to you. I hope that you get it, and that you can do something with the acknowledgement. I hope so. Sometimes it's experiments by another person, and then it's, if you can take over the lessons, it's is reducing your pain, extremely. You understand? So to understand how it works, you can do twice. You have a second choice. You can do it all by yourself and get the hurt by yourself, and then acknowledgement, or you can listen and get into it, and acknowledgement is already with you without all kinds of pain. It's up to you. Of course, it's up to you. Do I have more questions on my mobile? I don't know. For so far, not. I just asked Livio, because he is coming from Mauritius, if he has a friend or somebody who would like giving a reading to them. By me, of course. I do the reading, but then giving away for a good friend. But he was not at home, he says. He tried catching up everything. So, Livio, if you hear my later on, have a good evening over there in Mauritius. I know it's almost bedtime over there, but I hope you can send me some email for the next Monday, and then it will be February. And of course, in February there will be a new subject, because then there's also a new month, and I hope to help you then. If there is any questions now, come over on the chat or send me an email or send me something. I just want to check my email. That's over there. If there is anything new in my inbox, no, not on this moment. So, no. So I have checked everything. So, okay. So there's not much news on this moment, because there is no questions anymore. So if there is any questions, I will be glad to answer them, of course. If there is any need to a reading for some person, come over and do it on hettydematty@hotmail.com. If you need me for some other reasons, because if you have problems with your colleagues on work, or you are a research manager, human research, of course you have questions, you can come over. That's the reason. Have a good evening, have a good night, and if you would like to subscribe, thank you. If you have the time to get friends on this path from Real Lifestyle, I would be very happy. Many thanks in advance. And I hope to see you next week on Monday in English. And otherwise, if you could understand Dutch, you're always welcome on Wednesday. Have a good evening. Have a good night. And I hope this old video could help you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And don't